Hey, Matt here for ThoughtSpark. For the past couple weeks, I've been fascinated about something, and that something is Mount Everest. Not specifically, but how small Mount Everest is compared to the tallest mountain in our solar system. And that title goes to Olympus Mons, which is found on our neighboring red planet Mars. Over 2.5 times taller than Mount Everest. Why is that? Let's get into it. This is Mars. In depictions like this, you see this dot, this blob, this circle on Mars. If you've ever wondered what it is, this is Olympus Mons. It is the tallest shield volcano and mountain on all the terrestrial planets in our solar system, standing at almost 22 kilometers high. And it really amazes me here on Earth, Mount Everest. Humans have climbed to the summit of this mountain for a long time now, for thrill-seeking and personal victory to say I did it. Obviously, one has to have a lot of courage to do that. Now picture climbing to the summit of Olympus Mons on Mars. It really amazes me, how tiny Mount Everest is compared to Olympus Mons. Here's a depiction right here. Olympus Mons is Latin for Mount Olympus. Now, the surface area of this giant shield volcano is about that of France, maybe just a slightly bit smaller. But why is it so big? Why does it have such great surface area? And why is it so gosh darn tall? That mostly has to do with gravity. Now, gravity on Mars is only about 38% that of Earth's. So if there were anything growing on Mars like trees, they could grow quite a bit taller than they could ever here on Earth because there's less force of gravity pushing down on them. So there's less stress on the structural integrity of them to grow. That is basically the same with any object on the Martian surface. That goes for anything else on anything that is lower gravity than Earth. But particularly Mars, because it has such a giant mountain, obviously. So why is that? First, we gotta understand what Olympus Mons is. This giant mountain is a shield volcano. So billions of years ago, Mars was very geologically active. It has volcanoes everywhere. Currently inactive, but billions of years ago, when they were spewing lava like no tomorrow, Olympus Mons came out on top. It won the victory for the biggest and best mountain and volcano, due to having large reservoirs of lava, of course. But as lava spewed out, it spread over a large area. Due to the volume of magma beneath the tectonic plate, the magma coming out of Olympus Mons just grew taller and taller and taller because of the fact that there's not as much stress pushing down on that magma to settle harder and deeper onto the surface of Mars over millions of years, and just came out on top for being the largest volcano on Mars. So I think in the future, if humans eventually settle on Mars, thrill seekers and adventurers alike are gonna have one hell of an adventure-seeking time ahead of them. You see, the atmospheric pressure at the summit of Olympus Mons is only about 12% of the surface pressure on Mars. And you have to take into account that the Martian atmosphere is only 1% of the thickness of Earth's. So if you climb to the peak of Olympus Mons in the future, if you eventually settle on Mars, you're pretty much walking into space. The atmosphere is so tenuous, it pretty much may as well be a vacuum. But there is still trace amounts of atmosphere up there. But you would die if you didn't have a breathing apparatus and a thermal protection system. So that doesn't sound too great for me. Doesn't it just make Earth sound like a great place? We really should take care of the planet while we have the chance and while we're here. This has been Matt for ThoughtSpark. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like and subscribe if you haven't already, and share this video with your friends if you enjoyed it as well. A couple updates, as you may notice. I haven't been posting ThoughtSpark videos in quite some time now. I think it's been about 4 months. That is because I had been working very hard at my day job, set aside a little bit of money here and there to save up for this. I don't know where it is now. I put it away. Anyhow, what I was previously using was a MacBook from 2008. It was the very first MacBook. It wasn't a Pro or anything like that. It was the very first MacBook that they made with the aluminum unibody in 2008. So that thing is pretty much 11 years old, and it could hardly render any sort of HD content at all. It was just getting so slow, my hard drive was full, and yeah, it was time to move on and upgrade. I'm surprised I worked with it for that long. But this is what I plan to push out videos on from now on. So expect videos like this from now on in 4K. As I may have mentioned in previous videos, I use my phone to do all my camera work. I particularly got this phone because it does great, because it has an awesome camera, and why not? I can just do it all on my phone. I don't need a separate camera. Right now anyways. So, and another update. Come here, Gable. You may have heard a bell jingling through the video. I could have taken his collar off if I really wanted it quiet, but nah. This is Gable. We adopted him at the beginning of March. He is the Cosmo Kitty, eh? He's a little bit tired right now. But I'll put him here, maybe he'll stand up. As you can see, he has a full moon. That's his little full moon there on his chest. And yeah, he caused a lot of trouble. Shooting videos from now on is definitely be a little bit harder. He's already been trying to take down this tripod that you are currently mounted on. So that's it for the ThoughtSpark update. So since I have a new phone and a new piece of equipment to do much better quality videos on, expect a lot more of this to come in the very near future. Thank you for watching, and as always, stay curious, my friends.